we got to be on time. Yesterday we were like a minute late. Today we're 30 seconds late. Sue us. No, don't sue us. Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing? My question that I will pose to you and pose to Joel in a moment is: do you trust this market? That's my question for you. Where's that sound coming from? Oh, is it on my laptop here? Sorry about that. Do you trust this market? We are, all things considered, up. We're up today. We're up, right? There's more green than red. Do you trust it? I don't know. We're gonna talk about the just absolute demolishment in stocks like Humana today, and Cigna, and Centene. That whole sector, the whole industry, getting crushed. If you were in Humana, you lost a year and a half's worth of gains today. Whew, brutal. Anyway, go ahead, drop us a like, hit subscribe, tell your neighbors, tell your friends. Let's roll that intro. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Let's bring on the man with the charts, Mr. Joel Elconin. How are we doing today? Wow, yeah.
I don't own any Humana, so I'm doing okay.
All right, go ahead and share us with your charts.
Oh, I do the sharage here. Yeah. Good afternoon, traders and investors. Buckle your seatbelt here. If the last hours, or the last half hour, is anything like the earlier part of the day, then we're going to be in for a chop fest. We opened this morning session at 92. We're trading right at 91. That's down a couple points. Spent a little time in the 4,700 handle, 4,715. Nothing up there. Last week's low was 13 and a quarter. Pre-market low was 68. We went to 62. So maybe people just sitting a little tight here, maybe ahead of the jobs number tomorrow, something like that. Crude got over $80, back at 79.60. That's up $1.76. Gold unable to recover. That's down $36 at 17.89.10. Silver not faring well either. No bounce, down 99 cents at 22.18. Bitcoin off the lows, but still down 620 at 43.210. Ethereum futures, they're down $151.50 at 32.48. But Spencer, Humana, that is just an inhumane move. What did the company do wrong?
They came out and they updated their guidance, and they updated their revenue guidance, which was light, but that's not really what is interesting here. What's interesting here is the number behind their revenue guidance, which is one of those numbers comes down to new memberships, right? New members, and they said that their new expectation for the year is that they expect their net membership for their individual Medicare Advantage plans to grow between 150 and 200,000 members this year. That is their number, 150 to 200K. Now, that means nothing by itself. You need to compare it to something. Well, the prior estimate was that their membership would grow 325 to 375,000 members. So they basically just said, hey, we were going to add somewhere in the range of 350,000 new members. And now they said, it'll be more like half that. So Humana here, I don't know where today ranks. It's got to be one of the worst days in the stocks history because it's down, 17, 18% now. You lost a year and a half's worth of gains in 1
year and a half. A year and a half in one day.
Oh, brutal.
This is not investment advice, but if I owned any stocks in each sector, I would be heading for the hills. I mean, unless this is just specific to Humana. But you're right, Spencer. I mean, let's just go back here. Bottom right chart, going to the monthlies here. And back in, when was this? Back in May of 2020, coming out of the pandemic, This had a pair of lows at 365 on the monthly. Now, if you just threw your bid out there for fun, you got hit when it went to 359.28. Little bit of a bounce off that level, but holy macro.
Yeah.
That's one heck of a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. This stock was at an all-time high, and they're way off the high for the day. I don't know what to say about this one. Let's run down what are the other stocks that we were looking that were getting pressured off this.
Yeah. So CNC is one, right? Centene. You can look at Cigna, CI. UNH is obviously the biggest player in
Yeah,
the
that's why this is what caught my attention. I'm like, what the heck is hitting UNH?
yeah.
And then sure enough, boy, look at that. All-time high 5 days ago. Now, whew, now working its way towards 460. What and the other one we mentioned,
Anthem, ANTM.
AMTM. Boom. Is that? I don't think that's getting. That's down 3.5%. That's a high price stock. And then this isn't good for Clover Health either. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
When did Clover Health become a penny stock?
Um, I mean, the chart would tell you. You want to see something. I don't know if it's funny, but it's certainly interesting. Is I just pulled up Chamath Palihapitiya. He had the 4 SPACs, right? He had the 4 SPACs, and here is those 4 SPACs. Well, they're not SPACs anymore. But here's Chamath's 4 stock companies that he brought to market: SoFi, Open Door, Virgin Galactic, and Clover. And SoFi is up $3 from its opening at 10. It's at $13
Not a
now.
bounce. Yep.
But the other ones are trading below their open. This has not been a good trade. Anyway, yeah, Clover is the worst of the bunch. Today is not helping.
Good job here for Jim Habash in here. He says his stop kicked in for UNH, and that's the way to play these things because did you know like 490 was going to be the high? Did you know 500 was going to be the high? Did you know that 509.23 was going to be the all-time high? No, you don't. What was the all-time closing high? The all-time closing high was actually made on the day prior to that, 505.58. But that's one way. I mean, and in Humana, obviously, if you would have had, you would have gotten killed on a stop, or you thought you would have gotten killed. But that's one way to play things. So good. I'm glad you protected some profits there, Jim.
Yeah, great one, great move there. I also had got stopped out of a trade. It was a mental stop, but I did actually get out of my Zillow today. That was a January effect swing trade play that did not work out for me. But you know what? If we can zoom out and go away from the healthcare stuff for a second, Joel, and you want to go to like ARK or whatever, it doesn't matter. But like, it was a really interesting day for growth. Growth at different points throughout the day was strong and it was weak. So that's why my question was. The first thing I said to you when we hopped on the phone, hopped on the line just now, was, do you trust this market? Because we have stopped going down for the moment in terms of the whole day, right? But it's not the kind of a bounce that makes you super confident, you know?
No, I mean 82.65. I mean, you're just unless there was some dailies in there. 81.33 was your September low of 2020. I mean, with these stocks, I mean, you look at the monthlies and you see that there's nothing underneath there, and then you don't think about it until like it actually happens. So I don't know. I had not been dabbling in those stocks. I didn't buy them on the way up. I didn't buy them on the way down. I didn't buy them for the January effect. And I don't know. I mean, you could always lean on the low of the move, but and in a day like today, yeah, well, you would have got stopped out at 85 and a half. It goes 82 and bounces. So it doesn't look like these stocks are out of the doghouse yet.
No, Robert, I did not see the short report on RCL today. I believe you. I didn't see that.
Ooh.
So, oh yeah, a Hindenburg report on a big name.
I was
Didn't
just
hit.
gonna say that.
That
I was
was
just
out. That was out an hour and a half ago. I just missed it. I was in meetings the last couple hours. Wow, did not notice that. Okay, Hindenburg, I see you.
what did you get the details on that?
Yeah, let's go into the report right now. Let's see what it says. Um, well, their outlook is grim. Enterprise value recently eclipsed its pre-pandemic highs despite adding $10 billion in debt, major dilution, and negative free cash flow. So, fundamentals. Talked about the debt load. We believe they're permanently impaired. Yeah, okay. So they're basically saying the stock has rallied off its COVID lows, and we think that is dumb. So
They usually don't pick on big boys
no,
like
no, they
this.
don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Interesting.
Uh,
No, I
so,
mean I give him credit. This is a thick stock. This is Royal Caribbean. Ain't no $100 million market cap company, right? This is like a
hmm
big company. This is a thick stock with major liquidity. Takes a lot to move RCL.
and it did. It's down 243, 3%. Let's see here. You got a level. I would say if 77.57 was your low on the third, they got it 77.47 today. So there's your bogey under 77.50. I'm not even going to be looking at any of these other lows here. Just two lows in the same area is good enough for me. Still relatively close to the rebound high. Wow, did you just hit that on wow, the rebound high, $84. You just hit that on January 5th. I don't know. I guess they're not into the reopening trade, but Hindenburg going after a big stock. Keep an eye on 77 and a half if you are looking for more downside.
Joel, you know what is still having a good day? It was having a good pre-market and it's having a good day now, you can say, is the European banks. We called it out this morning, but Barclays, BCS, Deutsche Bank, DB, HSBC, which is HSBC, and then the one I can never remember. uh,
RBS,
okay,
they're
that's
not around anymore,
no,
right?
they're
Royal
no
Bank of
longer.
Scotland.
There's always a
Um,
bank I can never remember, but whatever. The Deutsche Bank and Barclays are kind of the two that stick out to me. That it's a great day for value.
uh, they did something with interest rates over there, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
I thought I did some kind of move by the ECB. Ah, I can't say I can't. I wish I could tell you I knew a
Oh,
lot about.
UBS. I always forget UBS. That's the
Oh
one.
yeah, UBS.
UBS. Yeah. Anyway,
Little bit. Ooh, yeah, a little bit of the U.S. effect rolling over here into Europe. So, not super familiar with those banks. Nice move. That's a big move for UBS. How's speaking of UBS, how's Chuck doing today? Now up a buck 43, another new all-time high for Charles Schwab. Wow. IBKR, how's that doing
well,
today?
this
Now
ain't
96 cents.
it's,
Wow.
it's not. It's not like it's not. The market is not random. It's being pretty straightforward, actually. Right, the same group of stocks have been going up now for several weeks. Um, the banks, right? Energy, right? Safety trade. You know what else is very random? Not, I shouldn't say randomly having a good day, but have you seen PayPal today, Joel? PayPal has
There
been
were
lagging. PayPal is technically a financial stock, even though it's like growthy. And it's up. It's up. It was up 3%. It's up less now, but
it got an upgrade or something, right?
I but maybe I don't know. Let me
Did I
check it
make
out.
yeah, I
I don't
think
know.
yeah, look in
Let's
the
find
pro,
out.
I think.
It was you got positive commentary from Josh Brown on CNBC, but he didn't move it. He didn't move
Yeah, he didn't move it. Uh this I mean, this is setting up kind of nicely here. I'm not going to. I'll just say this 197 level, 197.69 is the actual high. Couple highs under that, so it's still ways from breaking out. Still kind of in the middle. It's really been in a trading range for quite some time and made a quad of lows at 179. The accumulation there kind of hit a wall. This is 197.69, 96.42. double top at 96. I mean, until you can get this 96, 97 in the rearview mirror, I still say you're in a trading range for PayPal. The stock note formerly known as Square, Block. How's that doing today? New low of the move on that one. So, ugh, man, these growth stocks
Yeah.
still not catching a bid.
And then I just ran. If you run a screen for like top performing sectors or stocks of the last week or so, you're gonna find a lot of oil, like a lot. And I know there's something going on in Kazakhstan. I'm frankly I'm not quite sure what. I've just seen some
In
headlines.
Libya too, right?
I didn't even hear about that. But
Yeah.
if you look at the top performing non-leverage ETFs in the last week, you see a couple of randoms. You see a lot of oil, right? You see like of the top 20 best performing ETFs in the last week, I'm going to go ahead and say about 3/4 of them are energy, either MLPs or oil and gas or whatever. So anyway, every oil stock it seems like is up right now.
Yeah, Kinder Morgan's up. That has an interesting level for you breakout traders right there, right now. 1707. Been struggling with 17 for the longest time. Look at all this one. This one could be on the verge of a breakout. Not quite the mover that some of these other ones are. But I saw the XLE having a good day. What about CVX? CVX finally broke out. Not a new. Ooh, that's getting close to an all-time high. That's the best in breed. XOM. Look
So
at that. 4 straight up this.
yeah,
What was the
wait,
one that
can you do?
Warren stuck in that did the takeover?
Oh shoot,
Um,
yeah.
Help me, folks.
Was it was Chevron and someone? It was.
They were battling over Apache.
Oh shoot.
Um,
Marathon? No. Who-
no, chat will help me. Spinner knows it.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
It was.
it's a big, thick one.
Yeah, they were going back and forth for years, right?
And then, oh, Oxy.
Occidental. How is Oxy doing?
It's clawing its way back. Wow, that thing went to $10. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you like buying a laggard, boy, here's a champion laggard stock right now. Probably riddled with two. They paid up for that Apache, and they got scalped on that one. Room up to 35.35. I hope I didn't offend any people with that comment. I know people are very sensitive. 35.35 was one monthly high. 35.75 is another monthly high. So if you wanna hop on a laggard, there it is, Occidental Petroleum.
And then can you look at SLB real fast, Lumberjack? Because that I think may even be your leader of the bunch here.
Still though, I mean, on compared to this Exxon Mobil and I mean, this is a little different company, but that's been a laggard. And then what's the other one that is probably lagging too? Halliburton. Look at that. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, these stocks are trying. That's just if you want to try and pick up the laggards, that doesn't always work.
No. Okay, I want to show you a fun chart. Somebody sent me a DM asking to explain how a person like Kathy or a firm like ARK Invest can buy these stocks every day. And what my answer was, part of it comes down to flows, and part of it comes down to when they sell things, they can buy other things with that money. But that got me thinking about the fund flows into ARK Invest funds. I want to show you this chart right now. This is going back to the beginning of last year. These are the fund flows. Each of these bars is 1 day. These are
Okay.
the fund flows. This is for every single ARK fund combined. This is not individual. This is the whole firm. And they've got like what 6 or 7 ETFs out there. Look first off, what jumps out is like look at how ridiculous the beginning of last year was.
Wow.
All the money that poured hand over fist into ARK, and how it's been a slow and steady leak basically since April. But this jumped out to me. I thought this was very interesting. It's basically, we're getting to the point, and Mark said this morning, is, you got a steady flow of outflows pretty much every single day. In terms of just, this is again ARK as a firm, not any one ARK fund, but You can use this as a proxy. So anyway, ARK is having not a terrible day, but again, do you trust it? Is the question, and I don't know if the answer
I
is.
wonder what she's buying today.
Um,
Humana?
that's not no. That's a joke.
That's not in her.
It's not in her wheelhouse.
She's probably licking her chops though.
I don't know because like a lot of the growth stocks are up today. Zoom is up today. Teladoc is Teladoc is down. Oh Teladoc. Oh Teledog. I mean heck, Peloton's up 5% today, Joel. I mean
Big day. Yeah. Wow.
big
Cool.
day. Yeah, Toronto. I'm not criticizing Kathy in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to show you that chart because I thought it was interesting. Let's do this. Oh yeah, Beyond Meat. Thank you, Arfan. That's also
What?
one we talked about this morning. What an unbelievable turn for Beyond Meat today, Joel. Holy moly!
The news was
The news was 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
The news was Tuesday.
The news was Tuesday.
It came back and made a new high of the year. made a new high of the year. This is in Beyond Meat. I'm not, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Wow. Bizarro day. I guess people love that double bottom there and took it. It was I thought that news was that news wasn't yesterday. That news was
it was after hours on Tuesday.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And then they sold. Wow, man. I guess the only thing was the double bottom there, but you're at an important point. I'll say 70. Even though this is a matching high at 68.86, 68.75, you could just, if this gets over 70, then I think it's got some room to run. Is this just a delayed reaction to the news or
I confess
or
I haven't
what?
looked into Pro Newsfeed today. I don't see anything. This is just market weirdness.
I think someone got caught here. Like they're like boom, boom, boom. This is going through 58. This thing's never coming back. And then the shorts got overloaded. 58.42 was low, went to 58, and then if you're quick and you're looking at this and it comes back, it hits the 58, comes back over 58.42, theoretically, you got to trade there, right? You buy the 58.42, and if they come back to 58 again, you go bye-bye. But that did not happen. How's that? What's that Berkeley Lights? What's the symbol on that one?
Yeah, BLI. Yeah.
BLI.
That one earlier.
Oh man, that didn't catch a bounce either.
No.
Holy mackerel! What a market! I mean, the SPOO's down 6. I mean, the tech. I see some of the tech weak, some of the tech strong. Wow, really a mixed market today. And poor Walgreens Boots Alliance. What 56.5.
It was a good report. They just got it wasn't their fault.
Yeah, they got humaned.
Yeah, they did.
And I was lamenting that I wish that I didn't buy it. Now it looks like I'm going to get more than enough opportunity in that. Holy mackerel! What a turn of events! And then what about CVS, who's been the darling? That's backing off a little bit, but not a lot. What else do we got, Spencer?
Yeah, well, Joe, hold on. If you had FOMO on Walgreens at 56 this morning, well, it's 52.
Yeah, now it's it's FOBO, fear of or FOBI, fear of being in.
Yeah,
I mean, this has got a retracement. SPOOs, Spencer didn't trust the market, and it's for good reason here. We got 5 minutes left. Sellers are coming in to the market, getting nervous about that jobs number tomorrow. Just spiked down to 81. I didn't catch the imbalanced numbers, but it's gonna be a red day. But it wasn't with the market not trying.
Yeah, and it's not so much the case anymore. But if you looked a couple hours ago, you would have seen Facebook dramatically. Actually, no, I guess it still is the case for the day. Facebook dramatically outperforming the other mega caps today. Not really sure what's behind that, but Facebook is just beating the crap out of Amazon and Apple and Microsoft and all those ones today.
On the
There's some positive commentary out there on Instagram. I saw from some analysts, but I mean, big day for Facebook.
Yeah, I found support in a familiar area. Who was talking about this one this morning? Oh, I think Emily was, not my Emily. And you had a point where you won, the area of a couple lows. I don't know if it was halfway back of the whole move. I guess we can draw it from here. Boom, boom, boom. No, come on, that's not a good retracement number. All right. Let's see here. This was 300. Oh, this is easier to do it in your head. 300 to 353, so 26 and a half. Half of that. I mean, they got through it a little bit, but you had these pesky lows in the same area, uh, kind of settling in the middle of the range. So, good day. Maybe it's because Chaikin talked about it
Yeah.
positively today. But
Oh man, Cohen is asking about SPCE.
space.
Cohen, hey, if you want to do it, I'm not gonna try to talk you. Go for it, man. It's your money. I just you have to
I mean, if you think people are going to be paying 350 gur to go to space, man, oh man, you know what? Wait for a monthly up candle, and then you can buy it. What did we do last month in this? I mean, at least let it show some strength on a monthly basis. You closed last month at 1338. Your high was just above that. You're 1181. So, I mean,
all right.
is there any levels here? $10, right? When it was a SPAC, 1210 that you're taking out a monthly low from April of 2020. So maybe you could get back over 12, hold 12 for a couple days, but man, lot of downside pressure in this one.
Yeah, and I apologize, and I did see it in the chat, but I hadn't looked it up. So yeah, there was a headline on DWAC. So DWAC, and that was just before we went live here. So DWAC did spike. Wow, significant spike here up to above. We've gone up $10 now in the last 20 minutes. So there's a report that Trump's platform will supposedly be launching in February. I'll believe it when I see it. But anyway, that major spike. I had seen it in the chat, but I hadn't seen the actual news. So there wasn't a catalyst there. We haven't talked about that one for a while. It's been doing nothing. It's why we don't talk about it, because it does nothing. It hugs 50 every single day. But now here we are at 61 now. Anyway, it's 3:58. We got 2 minutes left. No, 1 minute left in today's session now. There was a ticker in the chat that I had wanted to. I saw it, and oh yeah, Vale. Jim asked about Vale, VALE. It's been just like hugging this range on the daily, just $14, just like
Yeah, I mean, you got to watch for this thing how it moves overnight.
yeah.
Just technically here, kind of on the verge of a breakout. If you're, this would be the one all of a sudden you come in overnight and it will make its move. But broke down from the 14 and a quarter area, back up there, a couple highs in that area. Don't know much about the company, but it gets above 14 and a quarter. Yeah, you got a shot. Kind of a quiet range this month, not a big mover.
All right, and then to answer Rob's question, well, Rob, define the word big. If you're interested, WD-40 reports earnings tonight. WDFC is your ticker. There's a sushi restaurant that reports earnings tonight. And
What's
nothing.
that one?
What KURA? Right? No, sorry, KRUS.
That's a
And
sushi.
yeah, there's one in Troy actually, Joel. We should go. It's Japanese style, with the conveyor belt. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, people breathing on your food. I love that.
Yeah, that's it. Actually.
What's the symbol?
KRUS.
KRUS.
They're
Kura Sushi.
yeah. Anyway, but no. To answer Rob's question, next week, the end of the next Wednesday, next Thursday is when we'll get some big names. We'll get Delta. We'll get the banks. So nothing really on the earnings front until Wednesday. But it is 4 o'clock. That's a wrap on the day. Just to tie things up here, we did close Oh, look at the IWM closing higher, but the S&Ps and the Nasdaq in the red by a smidgen. Pretty split as far as sectors go. Yeah, kind of half up, half down there. All right, we will take stock of all of this tomorrow on Pre-Market Prep. That's a wrap for us today. Please hit that like button. Please remember that all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. No cannabis today, so this will be our last live show of the day. We're going to hop off now. Everyone have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Hit that like button and get Benzinga Pro. Free 2-week trial.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.